Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Monica.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you
How are you
doing?
doing?
Hi from lockdown everywhere.
Yes, same here, same here.
Lockdown?
Curfew
What?
at 9.
What is lockdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new normal.
I'm totally shocked.
Look, Germany's open.
We have all our friends here. Hi, Barazi. How are you doing?
Hi, Berardi.
I hope you're well. We have Hans. We have a few people on Sabrina's channel. Some people on ours. We have Kite. Hi, Kite.
Hi, Kita.
Hi.
Oh, Mrs. Hairdo. Let's see.
Ah, nice. Hello.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. Sabrina told me, Monica, that today she's doing something weird. Is it weird?
Is it
Special?
weird?
I don't know. You told me it was like something completely different.
No, I think it's a hair hack or something because we have the fishtail, we have the 3-strand braid, and this is with one elastic you're making a fishtail braid, but you're sliding the elastic down, and it's a very nice technique to use. Even if you're not a good braider, this anyone can do. So it's again an easy technique, and then we'll put it into something into a ponytail like we've seen in the story, and. Yeah, so I think we can start, right?
But I see you already prepped a lot.
Yes.
All right.
So,
let's start then.
Because I've already pre-did the look on the picture, I blow dried the hair with the Anyway texture spray at the roots. So botanical caviar, totally vegan, and the Soaring High volumizing blowout mist in the length, also because of the heat protection. For me, the Anyway texture spray at the roots gives a little bit more control and a little bit more volume. And for me, the Soaring High is a volume spray. And especially because of the heat protection, I like it in the lengths, and it also gives a lot of shine.
I think it's also because it has sugar inside the Anyway texture spray. I think that's why you find it more. I don't want to say heavy on the roots, but more hold, like more texture, and obviously we don't have any salt in our products, so we use sugar instead, just to get that kind of salty feeling.
Yeah. It still feels very natural, even though we're working on a dolly, because let's be honest, the dollies already have kind of like textured hair, so they don't need like tons of product. Which with people, it depends. Do they have thin hair, fine hair, thick hair, coarse hair? Then you need to find the right product for that hair type. And for this hair, because it's quite thick already, but it's quite dry. So you need to get some moisture in this hair. But as you can see, it's still very light to the touch. You're not seeing any product on the roots.
Yeah, looks really clean, and actually it doesn't really look like you have any products in, but
no,
and feel it.
I think that's the most important part, is when I do my preps on the hair that I'm doing on Instagram, or if I'm doing brides or clients, I don't want the hair to feel overloaded with products. And thank God for alternative products. You can mix every product and it still doesn't feel heavy. So for me, this is very nice to work with. And as you see, we already put in some curls, and I have a new tool.
Oh, what?
So I saw this and I was like, oh, I need to have this. I don't know if it will work, but I want this. And because I do a lot of curling and straightening my hair, I saw this one. So it's a straightener with a curling iron in one.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So you can straighten the hair, but you can also curl it. So of course I wanted to curl with this one because we all know how a straightener works. And actually I have a very good straightener, but I never use it to curl because my curls with straightening irons, they are not like flawless. So I thought maybe this would be a very nice way to try to get some waves in.
So where is it from?
Remington. Yeah, Remington. So what I've done on the rest of the hair is I've sectioned off like these kinds of pieces. So not too thin, not too thick. And especially it goes from, because the ends are a little bit thinner, as you see here. So it doesn't have to be too thick or too wide. So this is perfect to start our first curl with. And what I've used is the Rapid Blowout Balm.
I just want to say, Sabrina, it's your color.
Yeah, I love TBH. No, I had this doll this week because I wanted a new one, because I collect them. I have a whole bunch of my girlfriends because we're in lockdown, you know, and I need to have some positivity. They talk to me. It's very, very nice to have them around. And I really liked her face, her hair, but she was quite yellow, so we put some color in. And so that even when we do updos or braids, that it looks kind of like a little bit more nice. I like color. We all like color, I think.
Yes.
So what I've used is the Rapid Blowout Balm. And what I really love about it is it's a moisturizing balm, but it also has a heat protector. So it actually is a blowout balm, so it's used for your blow dry on wet or dry hair. But I'm using it today in every section of hair, and I'm using it as a steamer to protect the hair. So I'm just having 2 small pumps on my hand and just going into this section of hair. So this makes sure that I'm getting control and smoothness while the hair is protected. It has sea silk in it and a flex strength complex. So while it's a styling product, it also protects the hair and strengthens the hair.
And controls frizz.
Yes.
And it also reduces the drying time, actually. If you use it in wet hair.
Yeah. So I'm going in.
Berardi is asking what happened to your flat iron.
Berardi, I will show you one more time. I was so angry because of the lockdown. I twisted it and I was like, rah, no. It's a Remington. It's a flat iron and curling iron in one. So I was trying it this week. So I'm going in. And I'm twisting it like I would do a normal curling iron. And I'm sliding down. And I'm taking my time. I'm not going too fast. And I just want the ends to be a little bit straight. So I'm taking them more diagonal. So it's quite an easy way to get the iron through. And what I love, because flat irons, they polish the hair. Because on both sides, they get the heat. They flatten every small hair. And then you get a lot of shine to the hair also.
What is the heat on your
190?
190. Do you use under 200 always on blonde hair?
I think it depends on the hair type. If I have like hair like this, or like for example, my own hair. For my own hair, I don't need a lot because it curls very easy. So I can use a lower temperature. But sometimes I just want to pump it up a little bit just to get that heat in, to make sure that the curl stays. And then, of course, you need products with heat protection to protect the hair also with that.
Yeah. And I think also it's very important, like you're saying, that you take your time. You don't take that iron really quickly through the hair, because then it has no point. Actually, it's better if you have lower heat and then just take your time.
Well, this reminds me of a very funny story when I was in a room with Monica and I was flat ironing my hair and I was going like this, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I think it was in the beginning when I didn't do hair like for that long, and they said, "Take it slow. You're gonna burn the hair when you go over and over and over." I was like, "Oh, but I need it straight. It needs to go over again and again." She said, "Just go slowly." So this one is for you, Monica. I learned.
Thank you.
So again, same direction. I'm not going into opposite direction. I'm going with the other curl underneath. I'm putting the curling iron in.
Ah, perfect.
Twisting it. So it's completely round, the iron. So I'm just sliding down, twisting, And then, especially for the ends, I'm going out diagonal. And sometimes when it's too much, I just shake it out a little bit so that it becomes a little bit softer.
Paula is saying hi to you, Sabrina.
Hi, Paula. It's so nice that so many people are always watching.
Alex is watching us. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex. How's everybody doing? Drop a comment below, people. I'm
Yes,
very,
don't be silent.
and I want to know how you're doing. Are you still in lockdown? What's the story in your country where you would love to know?
Are you all healthy and happy? That's also very important. Although
So salons open because we just heard from Monica that everything is closed except for the salons.
yeah,
Sounds
in Oslo
lucky.
and around Oslo. So rest of Norway is okay, but in Oslo and the cities around, we are on our second lockdown, but hairdressers are open.
Yeah, well, it's like they work in the hospital, right? People need to have their hair done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like here they do it in secret. We saw videos on Facebook like salons that are open, and then the police came in and. So, yeah, it's.
Kim is saying they're still in lockdown in Northern Ireland. Oh, Andrea is here. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrea, I have your package for your little girl. It's finally come in, so I'm sending it to you this week.
Ooh, what is it?
Yes. Yes, I'm not gonna say, but it's it's custom made. So
Wow.
yeah,
Special gifts.
that's your kit.
So still going through with a
Yes,
tiny bit of-
exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I just split the top section into two.
I think you need to
So the-
repeat where the iron is from because someone is asking where is the iron
Ready.
from.
Okay.
I think you
The
should repeat
iron-
that every 5 minutes.
The iron is a Remington. So it's straightener and curling iron in one. And I know I had the same as you guys. I saw this and I was like, oh, damn, I need to try that.
And Andrea
And
is
it's
asking if you're
actually-
sending him extensions actually.
Yes, custom made for you. for your baby for when she's 16. Okay, so again, going in, I'm using it like I would do a curling iron, and I'm just sliding down and going out more diagonal.
Can we have a photo again of the product, Nick, please? The rapid blowout balm.
Rapid blowout balm. So you just need 2 pumps like this for a section like this. And
It's so lightweight. not
Yes.
bulky. It's just, and it gives such a good slip if you're doing like a more of a sharp bob blow dry. It's just lovely.
yeah, and it actually works to enhance the curl.
Can you let
Because
go a little
normally-
bit further from upwards? Yes, that would be really nice. If you can show Sabrina from like 45 degrees, yeah, so that we can see the hair. A little closer, please.
Yeah, he has to lift.
Oh,
Camera.
yeah. Yes, I'm torturing him. I know. He hates me.
I love this angle. So much better. Okay, so I'm going in, twisting, and going out, diagonal. And I'm actually not really pressing the iron. I'm just holding it very gently. I'm not pushing the irons to each other because then you might get a line. So I'm holding it a little bit softer. I think when you get a tool like this, it's the same as what I did. You need to try out what works best for you and how hard you need to press, which angle you need to come out. Maybe you want the underneath to be more curled and you just keep it more turned. And the last one, going in, turning, and sliding very gently You see? Powerful curls.
It's very nice.
So the first few times I used this, the curls were not really good. And I was like, oh, damn, it doesn't work.
You need to practice.
But you need to practice. It's with everything. You just need to practice and get your routine. And then it actually starts to get better and better. So here we have our base. Just going through it with my hands.
Looks super shiny and really, yeah, closed. The cuticle looks closed. That's what we're looking for.
We love closed cuticles.
Yes.
So then we go to elastics. So actually for the look that we posted on Instagram, there are no pins. It's just 3 elastics. So I'm using, oh, there goes one. I only have 2 left. No.
Now you're gonna have only 2 elastics.
Okay, well, we'll do something else now.
Alison
So
is
what would-
actually sending you some compliments about the color.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yay.
she's asking if you colored it.
Yes, I colored it with GBH from Schwarzkopf. So I just put in a root. And because she was already completely blonde, I left the blonde, but I put in color 8 in the middle and then went into a 10.
Great. The color is
Did you
really
use the tone
gorgeous.
softener with the 10 or just by itself? Just me wondering. I don't know.
What? Sorry, Mon, what did you say?
Did you use the tone softener with the?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So the 1019 is in
Yeah.
the blonde.
very nice.
So we're going with our first ponytail. I'm going to use a little bit of the City Slay, my Hair Canvas hairspray, just to control a little bit of the flyaways that are on top. And I'm actually creating a little bit of a small zigzag so that, because we're making another ponytail next to this one, so that it comes, so they blend in together.
Actually, the City Slay you can also use before heat. Because
Yes.
It has 232 degrees protection. It's really
Normally, I would use the City Slay. When I do curls, I use the City Slay before curling, because of the heat protection.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to make another one next to it. So I'm leaving some hair out at the front. So this was also, when I was trying out this look, it was just a look I was like playing around with and seeing what happens. And then this one came out. So I really like to do that, just to get a doll, or because we can't work on models now, and then just see what happens with certain looks.
I miss that. You used to come
Yes.
to Oslo to do that with me. We would just
Yeah.
play around. It's really good. Or I actually came to, well, that was for a collection, but anyway, I came to see you once also.
Yes.
Ages ago.
Ages ago. Like previous century. Feels like that.
Oh,
Dude, way too long, Monica.
yes, it has.
Okay, so now the fun part starts. So with this ponytail, I'm just using my comb. So we're going to make a hole and taking the whole tail through and making a twist. And now you're like, yeah, well, I know how to do that. That's nothing special. No, it's not. I'm just pulling it out a little bit. And I don't want the sides to be too wide, so I'm gentle with pushing out this one. But for now, for the next one, I'm taking another hole, but not in the middle. Because normally when you would do these loops, you would put an elastic, you would take another one and make a loop like here. But then you always see the elastic, right? So what we're doing now is I'm taking a hole from the side. You see? So here you have the hole, and I'm taking a new one in the existing, like this.
Can we see it from the side, maybe?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like this? Better?
Yeah.
So here is the normal hole where we just flipped it through. So I'm taking another one on the side. I'm sliding the elastic a little bit down. And then I'm pulling the ponytail again through.
Very clever.
So this way you don't need another elastic and the braid will stay in. So I'm sliding the elastic a little bit more down. I'm creating another hole. Okay.
Wait, this is amazing. I want to see it again.
So what's very important is that you take a new hole so that you don't take the previous one, but you make a new one. So slide the elastic a little bit more down so that the hole becomes a little bit bigger. I'm going through, just a little bit more down.
Do you have to always do it on the right side, or?
No, you actually can twist left or right, but
Yep.
I've done it only on this side. And for me, for this look, it works nicer if I just only use this side.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I've tried it also on two sides, but for me that didn't work out.
Is it because you have two ponytails, or is it?
No, I first tried it with one long one, with a thick one, but then the hair is too thick.
Yeah, I understand.
A new hole. Sometimes you have to search the right placement. Pushing the elastic down.
Jasmine is asking me if she's allowed to ask questions.
Of course, Jasmine. Which shampoo do you need?
Especially if you're going to ask about her belt.
Yeah.
Again. I think you should do it every time, Jasmine.
Yeah, it's standard.
Gets it.
So again. And what I'm going to do now is just pull it a little bit out. And I think this is it because we're making another one underneath.
Very boho.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And it kind of has that fishtail feeling.
Berat is asking if it's the same section or it can be on both sides. I guess now you have already shown that it's going to be on both sides, right?
Yeah, you can do it on both sides. I only, when I take it through the hole, so I split the ponytail, I take through this one. And I always like to flip them inwards, so
Yeah.
towards the head, because if you flip them the other way around, oh, you did? Oh, we have the same mind, Monica. No, then you will get a gap in the hair. So now I'm making my second part. So I'm not going in here. This is the previous hole. So I'm making a new one on the right. You can do it on the right and on the left. It doesn't matter, whatever suits your look. So Barati was asking for the look that I posted on Instagram, if we're doing that look. I did exactly the same, like this, but then with 2 more on the bottom. So that's the only difference, and with some extensions in.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
But it's the same technique.
Another Jasmine is asking where you got the dolly head. She asked twice, so I guess we need to answer.
It's from Le Image.
This dolly head is from
like
L'Image.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not
Because
your usual pivot point.
I think their faces are a little bit bigger, like more realistic.
Yeah.
And the skin tone is a little bit darker. So like pivot point is, I love that hair. I love the dolls, but you know, sometimes you want to have a different face or, so I saw this one and I thought, let's try it. So, and she also has a different texture. Like the pivot point dolls are a little bit less textured, the hair.
Right.
So depending also on what hair you're going to make.
So what, does it have a name? What model is that?
This is the Louisa.
Mm-hmm.
So again, making another hole.
Maybe you can write it down, Nick, where the doll is from.
Yeah, it's at and then, yeah, I think Nick knows, right? And then L, Image. It's German and they have a German and English on the website.
You said Louisa, right?
Yeah, Louisa.
And I'm thinking not as expensive as the pivot point heads, or
yes, exactly. No, they are. The price is better, but they do have a different texture of hair. So I can show you the pivot point one. This is the Ingrid from Pivot Point, and you immediately can see also the difference in hair texture, because her hair is a little bit smoother. And all dollies from Pivot Point, on my account, the ones I have had, they are a little bit smoother. And this one came out a little bit more textured. So if you're going for those romantic boho hair types, this is great. But if you want to have also the sleeker, like what Joanna is making, the beautiful, soft, very tight braids, then maybe Pivot Point would work better for you. Okay.
We have Joanna with us. Hey, Joanna.
Hi, Jo.
Say hi. We miss you.
Where are you still in Paris?
Oh, she's traveling.
Yeah, I think it should be her last day in Paris. I think she's going back home tomorrow. Hopefully, because I have a meeting
She's
with her.
doing everyday Corona testing.
Sarah is asking if pivot points are goat's hair. I don't think pivot points
I don't
are
know.
goat's hair.
I don't think they're goat's hair.
No. They're regular human. I don't think so.
No, they have really good hair, Pivot Point. They are, I think both dolls are the brands are really good.
And we have another question. What did you do different compared to the hairstyle that you posted on your Instagram?
So the hairstyle that I posted on Instagram, that's a good question. So the only thing I did different is I used...
Some other hair products? No.
No, same hair products. It's exactly the same. But I needed a little bit more length because I wanted to create 2 braids also underneath. And then when you put them up like this, the hair becomes shorter. So then in the end, you have this, and then you get the thin ends. So I put in extensions. And then I made these 2, but then of course with 60 centimeter extensions. So these were little bit thicker. And then I made 2 more underneath. So I made 4 of these. And then I combined them with pins. That's the only difference. So the only difference is they had 4 of these and extensions.
do you make these clothes, Sabrina, that you have for the dolly, or do you buy it?
Did I what?
Her dress, her blouse.
This is from Zara.
Is it?
Yes, it's like the tiniest. It's extra small because I needed to have a top that fits because these shoulders are like tiny. It's like if you put a top on, it falls off or it hangs from here.
That's why I'm asking, did you make it? Because, you know.
It's my fault, Monica, because I told Sabrina that it looks horrible, the mannequin head, because I mean, we're used to having Jasmine there, so having the mannequin head for me is shocking. So I asked Sabrina to put some clothes on just to camouflage it. I just don't want to see
Nick
it.
said she looks so naked. Put some clothes on this girl.
Oh my God, Nick. It's only like a neck, isn't it?
But look how she looks in the front.
I'm not a Puritan, but I prefer her dressed, beautifully dressed.
It could be a skirt also. It's nobody knows. Okay, so then I'm going. To see if they fit. So these I will put on top. Let me see where a clip is. Here it is. Okay, so here comes elastic number 3, the last one. So I'm using like the tiny transparent elastics because you're not going to see them. And I really love working with small elastics because they have so much hold. They are great anchor points. And I think especially if hairstyles have to be in the hair for the whole day, then this works very well.
Berard is asking if you have 4 pieces of extensions in total.
Let me count. I think it's 5.
5.
But it could be 4. But let me check how much I put in. They are on this color. I use the melted blonde from Sasha, so they are a little bit more ashy.
Yeah, you have some nice contrast there.
Yeah, but because we already use a lot of extensions, sometimes it's nice to also know what to do when you're not using extensions. Okay, so same, making a hole and going through. So I'm pulling it a little bit out. And then we have this gap, and this works very well now. Let me see, Barati. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. 5 pieces of extensions. And then we put this one through.
Wow, that's nice.
And I always have to see where it fits, what fits better, if this one goes under and this one goes through. So I will take this one first. And then the other one goes through this one. Because I need to connect these two together. So if I put them over like this, I would get this hole. And if I put them like this, it's gone. So maybe it's clearer if I do it like this, taking this whole thing and pulling it through. I always love to do these things, like pulling them through, making holes, and it makes it a little bit more special. Nobody kind of knows where it started or how you did this. I'm going in with the Perfect Texture Spray. So I think for the ones who are always watching, they know exactly how perfect this spray is.
Sabrina's favorites.
Yes, ultimate. I have a lot of favorites, but this is my
It's also one of my favorites.
It's my, yeah.
It's just got the perfect mix of hairspray and dry shampoo.
Yeah. Like, I think we're all obsessed with dry shampoo. But this one takes it up a notch because it's not dry shampoo, but it has the texture of dry shampoo, but it has the hold of a hairspray. And then it has the enzyme therapy, the biotin, the keratin. So it's also nourishing the hair. So yeah, very nice product to work with.
Actually, the more you use the styling products from Alterna, the better your hair will be. It's just amazing.
Exactly. So now all we have to do is just pull out the hair.
Your final touches. You're just saying you just have to do this, but then
you just have to do this, like no. But I think that's the nicest thing about the whole style, because let's be honest, all the techniques are already there. It's like braiding exists, but how do you make it you? How much do you pull it out to make it your style, or how much do you leave it in? How clean do you want it? And that makes your hairstyles makes you. So if you want cleaner ones, then you see on Instagram more. Maybe you want to switch around with the styles. I clearly have one style on Instagram, like texture, but it doesn't mean that I always make texture, because when I'm doing shoots, I also have to make other looks. But for my page on Instagram, this works the best, and it's my favorite thing to do, to make texture. So I think you should always
texture queen.
I love texture.
By the way, where did you put the 5th extension? You can't just say you put 5 and you not say where you put the 5th one.
No, I start very low with extensions. So I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think, 4 and 5. So that's what I've done, because her head is quite small, but I want the length and the thickness. So I put in the extensions like this. So actually the 2 is made, Marlieke van Zasje made the extensions to put the 2 on the side. But I prefer to use the 2 clips in the back, because if you see, when you lift your hair like this is very small. So I always put a small clip here, then I put 3 clips, 4 clips, and then I put 3 and 2 here. So then you have 5. So it's actually this.
Thank you for that, Sabrina. It's really, that's sharing a lot.
Yeah, I don't use a lot of extensions, but on my looks, I use them a lot, and they can help you out. They can make the looks very much more boho. So depending on what you want, I think extensions are it's the same as products, tools, everything that makes your work easier. You need to have that. It makes your creations even more beautiful.
And also I wanted to ask you, because your shapes are always on point. Like there's never any like odd shapes that you make. Do you think about that from the first ponytail that you put in, or even from the first curl that you put in? Or do you just...
Actually not.
No?
No. I think instinctively, because I've been doing these kinds of looks a long time now, but normally I just make a prep and I go from the prep. If a curl would be higher, I maybe place the elastic a little bit higher or lower so that it comes out more beautiful. So it depends on the look and on the client's wishes, like what they want. Maybe they want only a volume prep that's not very curly. So that's kind of like my standard technique that I use. And then after, when I'm done, like I think about where to place the braid. Like, of course, I think I need to place it on the side or on the back. On this one, if I would start here on the side and we would pull out, it would be very wide. Mm-hmm. So then you would get like a very wide front. And for me, I don't really like when it's like this. It gets a little bit old school. So for this look, I preferred it to be a little bit more in the back. So in that way, you do think like maybe I should start a little bit more back, otherwise it would get wide. But normally it just goes, I just start and I just see where it needs to go and where I need to pull out, where I want to have it higher. Like this has a really nice shape, but then maybe I want to have this one a little bit higher. I'm just pulling a little bit more out.
I think what you're trying to say is that you really follow the shape of the wave and the head, and you can really see that on where you ended your ponytail, because you can see that perfect shape just going really like a almost like a leaf, like a, you know, you see
Yeah.
it?
Oh, maybe that's a
so
better
nice.
explanation. Yes. Very long story.
No, but I understand
Yeah.
what you're thinking. It's good that you tell, you know, how, I mean, obviously you have a great talent, but also, you know, how your mind actually works, because it's interesting for us.
I think it's a very nice process, because if you would see me 10 years ago,
Gorgeous.
I was struggling with hair so much. So I always want to tell stylists that are working right now on hair, and they are like, God damn it, this bridal hair or this bow hair, I see this on Instagram and I try it and it looks horrible. Like, just think everybody has to start somewhere. And I was really bad at doing this hair like 10 years ago. So it took me a while. I think you have to read and get the feeling of hair. Like when you make a braid, how do you put some feeling in the braid? How do you make it a hairdo that people are like, oh, wow, I want to wear this? Like the wow factor needs to get in there. And you don't do that with only a technique. You need to build that hair. And I think it has a lot to do with looking so much to get inspiration from anywhere to really see what you like. And I think if you go in that direction that you like, which I go with the bow and the braids, then you will eventually make it yourself, and then you will make it your own. And I think that's the nicest process that you can have as a stylist.
Yeah, I think it's very, very beautiful, Sabrina.
Thank you.
It looks like
And
there's a little star. The strands are forming a star on the back. Like there's a lot of shape there. I really love it.
It's so nice.
And I always love that it's different, because I've done this look before and then I still do it a little bit different, and I see how it falls and I'm like, oh, I need to do it. I need to change it because I have a gap more here, so I'll pull it through. And I think that's, again, one of the nicest things is that you can, how do you say, when you have to improvise. I think this is one of the nicest things you can do when you're building hair. Like just it gets alive. And then if you're like, oh damn, I did it different, how can I make it work even when it's like this, because I don't want to take it out again. So
I think you're the queen of that. You know, it didn't work quite as I wanted, so I'll just whip it around and then just put a pin there. Oh,
yeah. I just tuck it in here and I'm not doing it again. No way.
You're receiving so much love and all great comments on all our channels, Sabrina.
Oh, thank you guys.
So nice.
It's always such a pleasure to do this, and I'm always so happy that we have so many people that are coming back and watching our lives again and again, and because we're all in lockdown, and this still gives us like such a nice feeling to communicate to each other, to talk to each other, and to have the feeling that we're a community and everybody is so nice to each other. We have like no people that are not nice, so it gives a positive feeling to these ugly times.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, to finish it off, I'm using the Smoothing Anti-Frizz Dry Oil Mist.
Oh,
So what?
perfect for this weather. The
Yes.
cold weather.
So it's it has a climate shield control complex. Of course, the biotin, keratin, everything that all the caviar products have. And it has humidity protection, and that's what we need. It locks in the moisture. So
Actually,
after we, talk,
yeah, for
Monica.
up to 8 hours actually. So it's a brilliant product now these days with all the humidity that we have, and here in Norway it's so cold. So yeah.
Nice, because what you talked about, static in the hair, and it's cold outside, and the humidity, it's not high, but we have a different type. It locks in the moisture, and it seals in. And it gives a lot of shine.
And also it does I always forget this because it's an oil, but it does reduce breakage for up to 93%, and it's such an amazing thing. Like, it's so lightweight, so you can't really believe it, but it's so nice.
It's an oil, but
for the blonde hairs also, the thinner hairs.
Yeah, and it's called a dry oil, and that's what it is, because I sprayed it on my hands, and when you just rub it, you can still see the product on the hand, like the shine, but it's dry, so it's not sticky, it's not greasy, you don't feel it. So I absolutely love to finish with this. So this is our finished end result. So you want me to turn her?
Oh my God.
Hi.
So nice.
Yes, we love her.
Yes, it's not Jasmine, but she does a good job.
No, definitely it's not Jasmine. We do miss Jasmine a lot.
Yes.
I have to say. That's beautiful, Sabrina. You're receiving a lot of great comments. So pretty.
Thanks, guys.
Love it as always.
Yeah, and we always ask, like, if there's a certain look, like Berardi asked me, just drop a comment or send a message. Like, if there's something specific you want to see or a look, just let us know, and we can provide you with that look, because we have to think every week, like, oh, what we're going to do now, and sometimes
I'm
it's nice
pestering Sabrina every week. What are we doing this week? What are we going?
And I'm like, wow, wait, let me see. And you want to come every week with something new. And then luckily we have Joanna, who is like the master of new things. And so we have to think every time. We don't want to do a braid like every single time, but we want to have different techniques. So we can do a braid, but different techniques. Like this has 3 elastic in, no pins. It has a great hold. So for me, these are
indestructible.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. Someone is asking if you would use any accessories.
Yes, you can. You can use if you want to have it more bridal, you can use bridal accessories or flowers or more bohemian pins. You can even put this into an updo, like depending on what you want.
Awesome. Fantastic.
So yes, of course, so for sure.
So I think next time we should ask Berardi to host you.
Yeah. We want to see your face, Berardi.
Yes, Berardi, you need
in every single life.
You need to be with Sabrina next time, because I'm transferring your questions. You have so many of them. So you can ask them directly. Come join us next time.
Oh, maybe that would be nice, like having pop-up questions from the audience.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Good idea.
She's surprised.
Yeah, like right. But I know how much work it is for you to do all of this. So,
no, it's fine. That's easy. We can pop in. Yeah. Next time we're gonna share a link, so everyone who wants to ask a question, they can pop in directly, and we can bring them into the live.
Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yay.
I'm happy with that.
Okay, great. Thank God for Nick. We can have such a great lives with because of this guy, yeah?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, thank you very much. So show us the look for the last time. I want to see it, and take a nice video so that we can post it on with recording, so that everyone can see it.
Here she comes.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's really good. Thank you, Sab.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. I enjoyed myself very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Monica. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys, everyone,
See
for
you next
watching
time.
or who's rewatching. And this video will be saved, and I think it will be on Insta tomorrow, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you send
So-
me the final look, I will
Yeah.
put it on
Yeah.
IGTV so that everyone can rewatch it.
And go follow Alterna Europe. They deserve
Yeah.
it, people.
Please follow us.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.